Alrighty, good morning. So what I have today, I have two things that I'm installing on my Harley Davidson. I have, I'll just kind of walk you through what I plan to do today. So if you notice, all of my stock equipment, the latches and things, I have a lot of the things accentuated with the chrome, right? Handlebars are chrome, all the chrome down there. The latches on my saddlebags are chrome, all around, all the latches and things are chrome. But what's not chrome is the tour pack, right? The tour pack I bought after the motorcycle purchase, just not long ago. And you notice that the latches are black. So I want to get chrome latches. So I ordered chrome latches and they've come in, and I plan to get these installed today. So I'm going to do a step-by-step on that. My tour pack latches, the locking mechanism, and the back hinges, that's in this box. So I'm going to do one install at a time. It's going to be two separate videos, but I wanted to make an intro video to kind of tell you what I'm doing today. And then I'll make two separate videos, and I'll post two separate videos, one for each step-by-step install. The first is going to be probably the hinges I'll do first and the locking mechanism. And then the second will be the Hogworks locking quick release clamps. That's what those are called. So without further ado, we're gonna get into it. Looking forward to getting this done. Again, the purpose of my videos is to kind of help people who are not mechanically inclined kind of work through these things step by step and kind of give you a little helping hand, because I'm also not mechanically inclined, so I have to kind of figure things out. A lot of times there's no guides out there or anything to help get these things done, so I kind of figure it out as I go if there's no instructions, which in the case of the locking mechanism, there is not instructions in there. So I'm gonna have to figure it out based on looking at the existing locking mechanisms. And then I'll get the Hogworks installed as well, but kind of going step by step to help anyone that's watching this in the future actually be able to navigate doing it themselves and feeling comfortable doing it. So with that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and get started, so we'll talk soon. All right, one thing I forgot to add, but is definitely highly recommended, is that you empty your tour pack out. If you're gonna do any work related to your tour pack, just empty it out. You're gonna have to unlatch it and lift it up and put it on some table somewhere or some floor on top of a towel or something. And if you don't have it unloaded, it's not light. So just empty it out, empty the contents out, set them aside, and then so you have it empty or as near empty as you can get tour packs, you can lift it up and move it easily. So should go without should be able to go without having been said. I think all that's right. But I wanted to state it anyway. You don't want to throw your back out, especially if you're older like me. You don't want to throw your back out. So just empty the stuff out, and that's what I'm going to do now. And then I'm going to get the tour pack in there, and once I get it into the house on the table, then we'll go ahead and get started with the video installs. So talk soon. Alrighty, I am back. So what you see is my tour pack sitting on one of my tables. And the first thing that I'm going to want to do is, see, I'm opening it up here. I want to remove this, the connection here, so that it doesn't stop me from opening and closing my tour pack as far as I need to. So the first thing I'm gonna do is these two screws right here, I'm gonna loosen those up and take those out. This is always easier if you have someone to help you. I wanted my wife here today, but she had an appointment, so she's not able to help me. So I'll just manage alone somehow. Okay. So these two are out. And now this mechanism, slowly put that up here. So now that's up there, and now I can open this thing the whole way in order to be able to access things better. So, at least I hope so anyway. And I figure out a lot of this stuff alone, but I think these latches open up. No, they don't open up all the way, but they'll open up most of the way. So that's good enough. So you see these 4 screws here. First, to get the hinges on the back side replaced, I'm going to take out these 4 screws on both sides here and those 2, and then just kind of swap them out. Let me go open up the new box just to make sure the latches match up. I haven't actually opened this yet, so I do need to make sure that these are correct. All right, so I ordered these on Amazon, and I'll just give you a heads up that for these hinges, and things, let me take these out. So there's the key, locking mechanism, a bunch of screws I'm gonna need. Here's the 2 hinges, nice chrome. Trying to get them as good as I can on the, there we go. So there's the 2 hinges that I'm gonna replace first. The locking mechanism is here. And here's all the other stuff I need. Now I'll just let you know, if you try to order this stuff through Harley Davidson, the dealership, it's gonna cost you about $300, between $250 and $300. That's what I was being charged for these through the Harley dealership. And I guess those are official Harley Davidson parts or whatever, and these are probably not, but I bought this $40 on Amazon. So I can buy 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. I can buy these 7 times in the cost that I was going to get charged at the Harley dealership for 1 set. So just letting you know, if you're in the market for hinges and latches, just look on Amazon. Look for the reviews. That's what I always look for. I look for the reviews, things that are most highly reviewed. And I buy those as cheap as I can. I'm not paying the Harley prices. I mean, I already pay Harley a lot of money for installs that they do for me, like the handlebars and stuff. But things like this that are DIY projects, I feel like I'm capable of doing. I'm not gonna buy the parts from Harley to do this. Again, it was gonna be between $250 and $300. So this is the first install that I'm doing today. This is replacing the latches, which on my tour pack, they're black right now. So replacing the hinges on the back side, and also replacing the actual locking mechanism right here. Okay, that's my goal. Really, the only challenging part I feel is going to be this locking mechanism, because it looks like it's not put together here, and I'm going to have to figure out how to put that thing together. So it does not come with instructions, and it even said it does not come with instructions. So hope I'm able to figure it out, but I'm going to give it my best shot. That's all I can do, right? So first thing I'm going to do, after taking loose this, which I took apart to get rid of that that cable, I'm going to loosen all these up, take them off, and just make sure the 2 screws that I took off earlier, I've got to make sure I keep up with these. So I'm going to find a place to put this stuff and just make sure all my screws are put in one place. So here's the 2 screws for the actual cable, and all the other screws I'll kind of line up so I have them. All right, so just got to loosen these bad boys up. So just reach in here, take out these 4 screws. And the new bag comes with, you see, all new screws. So I'm probably going to use the new ones, possibly. I have to see. But these are smaller that are in the tour pack. I don't know if that matters. And the ones that I got were bigger. So there we go. So there's 4. I'm gonna go ahead and get it unlatched on the tour pack bottom first. And then once they're separated, I can actually set them out and then I'll be able to get the other side done. Okay, that's kind of my plan. And I'll probably, well, I can't time lapse it after the fact. I could time lapse it now, but I've already gone through half of it, so I'm just gonna keep on going. Hopefully the video won't be too long. All right, so those are all out. So now the 2 sides are completely detached from one another. We have the bottom and we have the top. The screws are all out of the bottom side, and now I'm going to get the screws out of the top side, and we see again, here's the latches. So they're going to fit just like this and going to be screwed in. It's a pretty simple, seems like a pretty simple job. We'll see. I tend to make things more complicated than they need to be, so we shall see. There, we're just taking out screws. Remember, we took out 4 on the other side, on the bottom, on both sides, left and right. Now we're taking out the 2 on the top side, on both sides. And the latch should now, it looks like we have some screws under here. Didn't expect that. I'm not sure about this. Let me get my screwdriver. And then let me see if this comes out here or... Nope, that's definitely stuck to that. All right, I'm gonna take off all the screws on the outside. You see, I don't even see screws. That's not even for this. Okay, so I'm gonna take loose all these screws on the inside here. It looks like I have a screw loose over here, bolt loose. But I'm gonna take off all of these, and I'm gonna hope that these 2 sections separate. The outer tour pack from the inner pack here. That's what my hope is. I believe they do, but I'm gonna have to find out. And I'll keep these 2 separate. I think they're, no, I think they're the same screws. That's fine. Looks like it. Okay. Put all these guys over here. All right, if you notice here, there's a small, I'm gonna get this down here as far as I can. See, there's a small lip that goes down right here, right there. And that's gonna allow me to get the screwdriver in here to loosen these up. You see, there's space for me to do it. So I'm just gonna do that and manually take these things out, each of them, or I'll probably use my tool, but I'm gonna just reach in and get these out and just kind of push this matting down to do it. I'm not gonna try to take this thing apart. Even if it can come apart, there's a small lip on each one of these and on this side. And I'm pretty sure that's how they did it too. So that's how I'm gonna do it. Because I don't wanna screw up anything and I don't wanna have to put anything else together that I don't have to. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. So I've got my drill over here. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kind of reach in here and just get around it. These are all, looks like little Phillips. Yeah. See, it comes out just fine. I should probably get a smaller Phillips head, but it's fine. You see, it comes right out. So set that out. I'm gonna take these screws out. You know what, actually, screw that. I'm keeping the screws in there. Keeping the screws in is even gonna save me more time because I'm not gonna replace these things. I'm gonna keep these screws here, and those will just go into the new chrome hat, whatever word I'm trying to think of. I can't do words most of the time. So, you see, it's a pain in the ass to get these things back in, so they're just staying in here. I'm gonna loosen them up. I'm gonna pull the hinges loose, but I'm gonna keep the screws in. That way the new chrome hinges, I can just screw those right in. That's what I'm doing. Here on the other side, same deal. Just take these out. Okay. There we go. That's out. That's out. So my two black hinges are out. And now I can just get my chrome hinges and I can get those bad boys screwed in immediately. So oh no, that's fine. That's fine. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I am going to get started here now. So the latches will fit on, you see it goes just like this. There's 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. The top 2 go on these top 2 screws, and then the bottom screws will be the 2 that we took out earlier. So we'll put those, line them up with the holes here. There we go. Let's get them started. Okay, that's not going in there. Get my screwdriver, get it started. All right, there's the hole. Wish I could see better. Looks like the hole is lower or higher. I need to push the screw up. Angle the screw up. I'm trying to get those holes lined up as a bitch. Let me loosen this up. I think I may be tightening this up too much. Not giving enough flexibility for it to go down. There we go. Now it's right. Okay, now that they're both started. So I had the I wonder. You see there's a tilt on these. You see there's a smaller side and a larger side here. Smaller side and a larger side. And I did not pay attention to which side which was on. So for instance, now it looks like the small is here and the large is there. See that? Looks like the small is on this side. God damn it, fucking video. Small is on this side, large is on this side. And I feel like it should be over here feel like this one should be over here and the other one should be here. So I'm gonna redo this. I might be wrong, but I feel like I should have looked, honestly. I didn't even notice that small detail. So if you're doing this at home, that matters. You see there's a small side and a big side. So pay attention to which side they came off of so that you get them on correctly when you get them back, so that you get them. I could probably look back at the video and see it. But I'm just going to swap them because I think it should go like this. I feel like that looks more level, like it would be more level if I do that. So get this in this hole, put this in this hole. Okay, and then, yeah, you see now that's more level across the tour pack here. The other way, it was kind of, seemed like it was kind of offset. Just visually, it didn't look right. So I'm assuming visually, since it didn't look right, that it's also not right technically. So let me get these tightened up. So that's in there. One chrome latch. Okay. So there it is. That's what it looks like once it's installed. Going to do the other side now. And I know I'm always probably making these things more complicated than they really should be. And all these things should be simple, but look, not everybody in the world is mechanically inclined. We all have our gifts. We all have our challenges. And being mechanically inclined is one of my challenges. So I have to learn the hard way how to do things. So that's nice. I'm going to also use my manual screwdriver just to make sure it's nice and tight. But you see there's plenty of room to get in here with the screwdrivers and get these loose. So you don't need to take the inner lining of the tour pack loose, even if it comes loose. All right, so now the latches are completely, the hinges are completely changed out. I just give you a quick glimpse of it here. So there we go. That's what they look like, nice and chromy like the other hinges and things on my motorcycle. And now for the, I'm gonna move this off of the table for now, the bottom side of my tour pack. I don't need that up here right now. So I can set this on the towel. So I really don't want to be scratching my luggage rack. That's why I put this here. All right, so the hinges are done. Set these over here. So now working on this bar that goes on the other side of the top, and pull that out of here. This is a pretty straightforward. That's this guy right here. You see? That's what that looks like. And that's going to go just like that. So we're going to take the black one off and we're going to just pop this chrome one on right in this place. That's what I'm going to work on now. All right. And again, I'm going to keep the screws in there. I'm going to use the existing hardware. Okay. Okay, this is out. Black one is out. So now I'm just going to put the chrome one on. And again, this goes on the exact same way. Put the screws in and then just tighten it up. Make sure you get them started before you tighten them. That's a general best practice. Get them all started before you tighten them up. Otherwise you'll lose placement and you won't be able to line some of the other screws up correctly. So everything's in. So now I'm tightening it up. All right, so there she is. She's installed. So set this over here. I'm just going to manually tighten everything again just to make sure it's nice and tight by hand. I'm not gonna. All right, so that's done. So my top is now done. I have my locking mechanism. This is what will go into the bottom side that I'm gonna put on the table now. And it will lock into place there, and these are the hinges. Once I'm done, I'll have to get the top and bottom reconnected with the screws, but for now I am done with the top and I'm going to move to the bottom. And this is the hard part because this locking mechanism, I have to figure out how to put this together because take out the new one here, just look at it. So it's beautiful. And it's gonna go like that, right? It's gonna go right there in that place. Maybe it's just a matter of plugging in the lock and it's done. Hopefully, we will see. And the locking mechanism is over here. That's this guy. So maybe that just plugs into the hole and it'll be like plug and play, but nothing is ever that simple. So I'm hoping that's the case. But the first thing I have to do, I'll go to the other side just to show you. 4 screws have to come out, okay? That's the first thing I'm doing. And I will totally remove this because I need to get it lined up and fixed and all that, so. Screw number 1. And usually I like to go in a crisscross pattern with taking my screws loose. I don't know if I learned that somewhere or if I just do it, but all right, so once all the 4 screws are loose, just be careful. As you grab it, you don't want this thing sliding down the tour pack and scratching your paint. So just pull it away. And then you see, this is what the locking mechanism looks like. I'll be right back. I feel like some of my kids are coming downstairs and about to make a ton of noise like a herd of buffalo. So that's what it looks like on the other side. And so if I line these up, so if I line these up here and then I get my locking mechanism, is it as simple as, so there is the, I don't even see the, that's weird. This like has a little lip on it. This one here. You see down here, this old one has kind of a little lip on the right hand side here. And the new one doesn't have a lip. So I don't know if that's gonna be a problem or not. I'm gonna have to see. So it looks like this would go in this way, and then it looks like maybe 2 little screws hold it in. That's what it looks like. So I'm gonna take this paper off, this plastic. Okay. And then definitely there's 2 screw holes down in there. Okay. And how to get them in there though, that's the question. So that goes like this, there. So it would go like this, and then but I don't have, let me just see if I can get it started here. Look at this one. So yeah, this is, you can definitely see the screws in there, and it looks like they do go just right like that. See that? I can barely see it there, but I'm trying to tilt it to where you can see it there. You can kind of see it through the holes there, but there's 2 screws in there. Those have to come loose and pulled out. Oh, I see, I see. So the screwdriver can go straight into the hole here. You see how I'm doing it? So the screwdriver can go straight into the hole, and it will access those 2 screws. With this door latch all the way open, those 2 screws can come out easily. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take these 2 screws loose, and making sure I've got it correct. So it looks like that's the way it goes in, and it's in the same position as the other lock on the new one. So there, there. So there's the screws. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this loose, pull these 2 screws out, and it has a little washer there. So keep that there, and then pull this. I'm gonna pull this out just so I can get the screws there. And I'll set these 2 aside now. And now these 2 have to go into here, same way. And you see I've got, each of the screws had a little washer. So just make sure the washer stays with that and feed that through. Line up the hole, line up the holes. I just wonder if this should get flipped this way. Yes, that's better. There we go. So you see the holes under there. So I have the locking mechanism right there. Try to get as close as I can, right there. And the holes, the wings on the locking mechanism are lined up with the holes, and I'm gonna feed these screws through and just tighten them up. Make sure it's nice and aligned. There we go. So I'm gonna actually start it here like this. I feel like it's gonna, ideally you want a magnetic screwdriver that's gonna hold onto your screws. I don't, this one is not. I thought it was, but it's not. So I'm gonna feed them through first, and then grab them from the top and screw them in. So there's one. Here's the other. Looks like it's lined up pretty well with the hole. I might have to loosen the other one up a little bit, but I'm gonna get that started in the hole here. Sucks having big ass fingers, I'll tell you that. There we go. All right, so that's in there. So I'm gonna go through the hole with the screwdriver, tighten that up. So see, that's nice and tight. On the other side, nice and tight. So now this should close. Yes, you see that? So now that closes nicely, and then my key should just unlock this. Lock it and unlock it. It does. Lock it and unlock it. And it came with 3 keys. Come on. There we go. So now this just has to go where the other one was. So let me turn this back here. That's where it was. So this has to go right here like that. So I will get my 4 screws, get them started kind of manually into the holes. You see there's 4 holes here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And those are going to go into The old screws you took out, you're going to get those screwed and started right back in. And again, make sure you're careful so that you don't scratch your paint on your tour pack. And remember, just loosen them slightly. Make sure they're, or tighten them only lightly, slightly, to make sure they're aligned properly. And then you can tighten them all up more. So. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to manually tighten these, each one of these. All right, so there's my chrome locking mechanism. All right, so I'm not sure when the last video cut off. The problem with the GoPro batteries are they're shit. Like, they only last not even an hour. So I'm trying to record a video and all of a sudden the battery's dead. And these were brand new batteries. That's why I like the battery packs. But unfortunately, when I'm wearing the GoPro on my head, I can't really connect that battery to it. It's just not possible. So hopefully you caught what I did. I attached the locking mechanism. I attached the lock inside of that had two little screws. You can go right through the holes when this is open to get those screws in, and then getting the 4 screws in here nice and tight. So now everything is ready. So all I have to do is get the top side connected back again to the bottom side with the 4 screws on each side. And I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to get my wife's help with that because that's going to take 2 of us so I can line these things up correctly. I'll be back when I have a beautiful wife with me. All right, so welcome back, everybody. We just went through installing the latch and the hinges, and now we have to put the 2 pieces together. To do this, I got my beautiful wife to help me. So she's going to hold up the top kind of in line with the 4 screws on each side here. And then I'm going to get the screws inserted, get them started, and then tighten them up while she's holding it. And then I'll also get the latch reattached onto this side, and then we'll be done with this job. So with that in mind, I'm going to put this down here and kind of point there to kind of show what's going on. All right, you can go ahead and hold that up, and then I will get started. Gonna have to lift it up some and watch out for the paint. Yep, right about there. Okay. If you want me to hold it and you do the screws, we can do that. All right, just hold it in place because the holes have to be aligned. It's a lot easier if you have somebody to help you with this part because it's going to get it's really difficult to line these holes up and hold this up by yourself too. Push it away this way a little bit. Come on. There we go. Keep it there, keep it right there. Too tight. Loosen up a little. Down. Nope, you gotta come down some. Out. Can I hear the hole?
Yeah.
All right. Just trying to get some of these started. I can't see it. hold on, let me come to that side. Keep holding that. Am I getting it? I'm not getting it.
Doesn't feel like.
All right, that feels like it's in. All right, hold that there. Okay. So all I'm doing here is putting the 4 screws back in the holes and getting the, pull that up a little bit, there we go. Okay, 2 in each, we're getting there. Okay, coming over the other side. So those 4 are in, they're not tight, but they're all in. Now I'm tightening them all up. Kind of bring it up a little bit. There we go. Is that heavy?
Yep, for me.
Almost done. Okay, this one's tight. Tightening these. Pull it up more. Like that. All right, so we can close that. Well, actually, let me get these 2 screws. While she's holding that, we are done. The 2 sides are together, but now I want to get this, which is the retractable piece here that holds the, gives me the ability to, what's it called, hon? My brain doesn't work right. Yours don't work right either?
No.
We have 6, look, we got 6 kids, that's our excuse. So this thing holds the top and bottom so it doesn't just fall open. What is that? Somebody left the fridge open? So there we go. That is now together. Let me get a nice video here. So you see I have this reattached and I have all of the screws in, and now we can close it. Top and bottom together. So top and bottom together. There, and then we're going to put this. That's not lined up, I feel like. Open that side. Just open the whole thing, hun. Your side? Okay, that's okay. Okay, there it is. Okay, good. Yeah. So I am done with your help, so thank you. And I'm gonna follow her out.
What? No, stop. Stop.
Love you. Thank you for your help. All right. So you notice this is no longer loose. It's really tight here, so I'm not in fear of this popping open anymore. And now I just need to be smart moving forward and don't put too much weight on top of the luggage rack. So now you see I have the chrome latches. That's the locking mechanism. And then if we go to the other side, we have the chrome hinges instead of the black. So beautiful. So one thing, and I'm gonna put a note, I'm gonna put a big text into the video where I did a specific part, but note, do not take off the seat. You do not need to take the seat off. I took the seat off, but that's because I was thinking of taking the inner lining from the outer lining of the tour pack, and you don't need to do that. So please don't do that. Save yourself the work. But that's it. So this video is complete. We now have a tour pack that has had its parts replaced. The two hinges on the back side and the locking mechanism on front here. And then let me just get the keys. So once it's locked, I just put the key in, turn it, and it's locked. Now it's locked. And then to unlock it, just put it in and turn it. And now it's unlocked, so it will open. And just like that, we are done. So thanks for joining. My next video is going to be about installing the lock onto this part so that no one can pop it up and just steal the tour pack. So that's the next video. Thanks for joining. If you like this video, if it was helpful, please feel free to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Take care.